Hey. I'm just getting a few things ready as I wait for the players to jump on. So please, if you've got any questions, ask now while we wait. See how this turns out. I'll just turn my mic on mute for a second. Alright, back. Wait for our fellow players. Alright. Still got a few minutes before they jump on. Hopefully they're ready. Probably is about to be thrown at them. Nah, I don't know what's going to be thrown at them, but we'll find out. Meantime, I'm going to sit here and have my cuppa while I wait. Got all my notes ready. Get this ready as well. What's happening there? Oh, well, you might as well just fix this up. Nope. Doesn't want to be fixed up. Yeah, that will do. Don't know why I did that, but anyway. Make it bigger. There we go. Hey, how you going?
Oh, pretty good.
So, hey, how's your week?
Yeah, ups and downs.
Good ups and downs, or?
Yeah, some good, some bad.
Oh, that sucks. But there's also good. Is it good that we're playing tonight?
That is a good thing.
It is. Well, for once I didn't have an eventful week, so which was nice.
All the events probably came my way.
I got sick of them and just had to dish them somewhere else.
I think every day that I came into work, something was wrong with the furnaces.
Oh, there's nothing worse than
And I
like.
pretty much.
Sorry.
Yeah. Pretty much every day, I lost a load on the furnace and I had to redo it. But when I redone it, another furnace stuffed up.
That sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah.
That's never personally happened to me, but I can imagine it would suck.
Oh, it's so frustrating. It just becomes disheartening by the end of the week.
Is that because someone else isn't pulling their weight?
No, it's just general. The actual furnaces kind of shit themselves. I know on Monday was all good. Tuesday, somebody didn't close the furnace hood properly. And he denies it, but it's plain as day with the footage, so I lost a load. The next day, I actually put the wrong heat sinks on, so that was my fault. The day after that, on the Friday, the furnace was reading about 200 degrees, where it was meant to be almost at 800. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? It's just decided to shit itself and not try ramping up anymore. And the same thing happened to me on Saturday with the exact same furnace that was meant to be fixed.
That sucks.
Yeah.
No. Sorry to hear that you had a shit week at work.
Yeah. Oh well, new week.
That's it. It's in the past. Hopefully.
I'm hoping so.
How's everyone else's week?
Mine's been alright. Just at work.
Alright, wait. Are you at work now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been very fun.
If you wanted to bloat, you
Well,
could...
that's right.
I was going to say, if you wanted to bloat...
I like your dedication to the group.
Oh, it's awesome. You could also say that you're getting paid to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. There hasn't been anyone besides the person I just served before coming on. There hasn't been anyone in the store in the past probably half hour.
Wow. Well, lucky. Well, that's why we're here, right? So you can get through your shift.
What a...
Yeah.
What about you, Dougie? How you doing?
I actually had an uneventful week. For once. It seemed really weird.
That's good.
Yeah, it just seemed like... I don't know. Is this what a normal week's meant to be like? Yeah, it's kind of nice. But we've got a lot of things coming up over the next few weeks, so it's the calm before the storm.
How so? What's going to happen?
Everything. Nah, I've just weekend after weekend of things. Like I got a it's called a teams challenge. That's next weekend, which is like it's a surfing competition where a team from each town versus each other, and they all come to Port Macquarie, to our town. So it's like, yeah, all the teams versus each other, and it's like a point-based system. So whatever you score in each heat, you get points for, and whoever has the most points by the end of the weekend wins, and it goes over the whole long weekend every year. So that's, yeah, and last year we won it. It was a pretty big night of celebration, and I think we got like $300 each. It's like $3,000 for the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's good fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna try go back to back this year. Should be fun. So we've got like teams coming from Western Australia, up the Sunshine Coast and stuff. Yeah, it's usually a really big weekend. So that's all next weekend. And then the next couple of weekends, other social things, my son's birthday. And fun times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Busy.
Busy. And it is winter now, so happy winter. Winter is finally here. The second day of winter.
The winter solstice should be happening soon.
Yeah, I think it's like the 20th. 21st or something?
Yeah, that's
21st.
when winter actually starts.
Is that really it? That was like a pure guess. Was it is it the 21st?
21st.
pretty
Because
sure.
it's also my birthday.
Oh wow.
Yeah, winter doesn't start until the equinox, technically.
Oh, okay.
Australia does the 3-month thing because it's easier than going it off by the pagan calendar.
I see. That makes sense, right?
There's so much dust.
Hope you're talking about shelves.
Yes, I'm talking about the shelves. I'm very tempted just to grab I can't because there's so much stuff on the shelves. So I just want to grab everything off the shelves and just dust everything. Ow, I just hit myself with a broom. Yeah, I just want to dust everything. Because I don't even know the last time this place has been dusted.
Probably not in a while.
No. Like, the dust is so bad that I tried wiping it down with just tissue, and it was stuck. Like, you couldn't wipe anything off.
Duh. I was gonna say we'll wait for Josh to join. And Gretch, how are you, by the way?
Hey, I'm good. I'm
Good
just
to you.
sitting underneath the heater.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Freezing. Leon keeps telling me that we need to turn it off, but I don't need that sort of negativity in my life.
He's just thinking about the electricity bill.
Oh no, he's hot. He went for a bike ride with the dogs and came back and it was like, whoa, whoa, and I was like,
Come on,
let
Matt.
me be an old woman in my jumper and underneath the heater.
While playing Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right, before I play make believe with my friends. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we should wait for Josh, just because he and Vane are on post.
Oh, that's right.
Roses are pink. I need a drink.
Do you all want a recap of what happened last time, or are you?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you had caught up to the rear guard and managed to successfully take your first captor. Captor.
Our first hostage.
Hostage.
Yay.
Yeah.
We love a hostage moment.
Yeah. So you had your hostage Gregory, and he led you to. He led
Stupid
you
name.
to this camp with it's a misfit of like bandits, shark folk, kobolds, prisoners, and so humans. And so whilst Gregory led you in there, he tended to kind of like blend in. He built your trust up to try to find out what's going on. And meantime, Doldos, Uzan, and Eleanor had been sent to the tanning tent to cure some hide and create some leather armor, leather attire, whilst Vane and Barakai were sent to switch posts with the Sharkfolk guards, watching Essenra, which you were there sent for to save. As you switch guards, swapped out with them, you went and checked up on Essenra, gave him a drink of water, and he told you to leave and wait until night time to come back and save him. So you were left actually sitting on, like, literally squatting on a post, Vane.
Oh, that's right. With my little friend that I was patting.
Yeah, you guard Drake. Patting. So he's kind of like snuggling up again next to you. Yeah, as you are on post. And on a post. Whilst you were in the tanning tent there, Uzan, Elena, and then Doldos, you had one of the other bandits kind of spill his beans about his life on being in the camp and how he was over it, being having itchy feet and wanting to leave. But he also gave you some tasty information about the nursery and the dragon eggs that are in there as well. And this was all happening mid-morning as well. So you've now got some time to fill, which only Vane and Barakai know about coming back, waiting until night time to do something with Essenra and how to save him. And that pretty much sums it up where you are. You know that Vezok, Rezmir, Mondath are up in consultation, up in the tent, up the back, furthest to the east, kind of like east southeast. The big tent in front of the nursery there. It's heavily guarded with guard drakes and other guards. And that pretty much sums up what happened last session. Unless anyone else has anything to add to it, or any questions.
I've only just remembered that I wear leather armor. Could I spend this time improving my armor, maybe, since I'm in the tent with the rest of the stuff?
Yeah, if there is the stuff there to improve it, so you can do a bit of an investigation to see if there's...
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, because you can't improve it if the stuff's not there.
If the stuff's not there.
Okay, wow.
What does 21 get me?
Well,
all the stuff.
So what kind of leather armor are you wearing at the moment? Like, do you have any certain type of flair to it, or is it just like you?
I think it's just just a basic plain leather armor. What's up, Cliff?
Yeah, cool. So what you see around you is a couple of workbenches with thick leather straps and a couple of tools and that you can see there. And some of those leather straps actually have some studs to them with some thicker. So it's almost like either the leather armor that you're kind of wearing is the thin armor, whereas the leather straps and the braces and the greaves and breastplates are actually, so the ones that you see about 5-6 mil thickness. So,
Nice.
yeah. So you want to take them and start working on your...
Yeah, I mean, if they're thicker, then I'll just take parts of them and I'll just try to copy the pieces of my armor and make myself a slightly better set.
Okay, cool. So that's gonna keep you busy for a while, and also blend in with what's going on around you, because there is a lot of hustle and bustle going around the camp. There are people like kobolds, bandits, sharkfolk moving in and out between the tents. Like there is a lot of traffic walking up and down, and you can see as the day starts to go on, you can see some bandits and sharkfolk walking in with like poles over there, and all of you can see this as well. So Vane, while you're kind of sitting there, and also Baraki, sitting up on posts twiddling your thumbs, you see groups of shark folk with a pole from like shoulder to shoulder with like big fish hanging from it, and then you see bandits like humans, same thing with pole, but on it instead they'll have like deer and a couple of wild boars, and it's fair bit of time in between each kind of group full of animals that they're bringing into the camp is coming into the camp. So there's quite a bit of time passing as you are filling these jobs. Elena and Doldos, are you like making armor as well, or is there anything you want to, like, you see Uzan get up and start at the workbench with the thicker leather straps?
I'm good. I don't need to make armor.
Yeah.
Doldos might.
You could help me make mine.
Sure, I'll help if it makes it quicker.
Yeah.
I'll help as well.
No, six hands are better than two. No. 4 extra is better than 2. Right, so all of you are kind of helping out this workbench make this leather armor. Vane, is there anything you want to do while you're up there now?
I'd like to work on taming this guard drake. Like, I want it to love me. So I'd like to be like feeding it rations out of my pack and like learning where it likes to be pat, and like talking really nicely and sweetly to it, like it's a puppy.
Can you do you've already like succeeded on the animal handling, but can you do it again with advantage? Because you've earned a bit of the trust of the guard drake. So I feel
You're right. That's right. You're right. Click to
Yeah.
do that. My animal handling modifier is like low, but sometimes you just got to YOLO. Okay.
And you YOLO.
And I YOLO.
Lucky wasn't that 3.
I know, that would really suck.
Your plan of befriending this drake would have just failed. But yeah, you do. You would you come down off the actual the wooden post, or would you stay up there?
I imagine that I can sit on the post and it's almost like sitting like next to me, like because it's chained to the post, right?
Yep. Yeah, they're pretty big.
So,
they're pretty big, so it's probably about the same height as you. Yeah.
So we're just like hanging out.
Yeah,
and
and
I'm like giving him a little scratch and being like, "You're a good boy."
And you do find out that it likes to be patted underneath the chin, and every time you go to scratch it underneath the chin, it starts like pushing towards your hand, like just to further get in deeper, and starts making like little grunting noises as you're doing it. But every now and then you also catch it looking at the cave at the back of the camp. Every now and then you just see like it takes a quick glance at that in that direction because there's no real
Excellent.
direct
also,
line.
I guess, like, while I'm making friends with this guard Drake, also like just scoping out the camp and like seeing what's going on, trying to like formulate a little bit of a plan for when nighttime rolls around.
Yeah, so you do see as well, like the shark folk, the bandits and stuff, carrying in the food, like the deer, the boars, and all the fish as well. And that is, I think it's about every like hour or two, you see these groups of like the pairs holding the fish and animals as they've caught them. And I'm just seeing your line of vision. Look, so you see them walk up and through like this tent. They kind of walk close to you, like away from this line, and they walk down here, down this way, and then from
with all the food.
Yeah, like every group that's kind of walked. They're not necessarily going to each tent. They're not like parking there and putting like the food down close to you at all. You can see that you kind of watch them walk past Doldos and Uzan, like where Uzan and that are.
Do I get a sense that this is like a regular amount of food that's coming into the camp? Like this would be like the amount that they use kind of every night? Or do I get a sense that perhaps there is like an event, or they're like preparing for something bigger this evening?
Can you do an investigation just to see if you can identify the amount of so you're looking at the boar, and you remember that there's one big wild boar on there, and then there's also the fish on there, but you don't really know how heavy the fish are. But it's the pole between the two shark folk carrying it. They're quite full, as in there's a lot of fish on them, but you don't know how frequent it is. You kind of lost track of time tending to the guard drake when you notice them walking up, and you're like, ooh, like in the background as you gently caressing the drake.
Okie dokie.
I would assume that Barakai is on the other side there, kind of probably keeping a bit of a distance because he tried to do the same thing and it snapped at him. So he's going to keep his distance, but also wait there, watching you do that as well. Cool. So by now, it's getting to about mid-afternoon, and Uzan, Doldos, and Eleanor, as you are finishing up the leather, this modification. So you made a whole entirely new one, not modifications on your current one. That's correct, yeah? Yep, so
made a whole new one.
Whole new one. So your leather armor that you have created is, so were you wearing two split ones, like leggings kind of, or was it just like a leather armor piece for the torso?
I imagine it just being like for the torso.
Yeah.
And then you just got like normal pants underneath.
Yeah, like a tunic, but something like that, you know, light.
Yeah.
Okay, so the yeah.
Yeah, like tunic style.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, so the leather armor that the three of you had just finished up working on has this thick breastplate, which has like, so you had to actually sew and pierce into them to really tie it in. So there's quite a bit of fine work to it, but you manage, after relentless hours of trying to learn how these pieces together, you have created this leather armor that has got the shoulder pads that kind of flare out off the skin a bit, and all about 5 mil thick and you've also decided to put in Alan's name on one of your shoulder as well. You kind of you did find they're not a soldering iron, but like a hot plate where you could heat up like a pin, and you slowly put in Alan's name on your left shoulder, whilst, because that's what you use the hot pin to pierce the shoulder pads and the breastplate and all that together. So you piece it all together, and it's actually, and at the back there's like fine stitch, not fine, but like cross stitch, where essentially you've got now a +2 leather armor.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. So it's taking it would have taken you about 18 hours, but because it was the three of you working together, it took you about 6 hours.
Nevertheless.
Yep. So, and as you are finishing up on that, Gregory comes over to the tent, and he goes, I'm glad you're still in here. You wouldn't believe what I've found out. And he looks behind him, and the kobolds and the bandits are kind of paying off to their own kind of duties and whatnot. And he walks into the tent. Oh, that's a nice fine bit of leather armor you've made there. Who showed you how to make something like that?
Just persistence, my friend. We learned as we did.
Oh, if only we had as much patience as you, as much patient as a saint, some would say. But you wouldn't believe what I found out. Have you managed to find any juice as well?
I know the guards aren't happy, so we can ask them for help as we start a fight.
You want to start a fight with all these people, all these numbers against the five of you?
Oh, not all at once. Not all at once.
Look, I'm going to be.
If we can recruit the prisoners and get some more of the guards.
Look.
Then, yeah.
Look, I love the ambition. I think that's a fight that's going to be fastly lost. And I've seen some of these bandits, and they don't like to play clean. They're pretty dirty. But quick. And he looks over his shoulders. We don't have much time. Okay. So at nightfall, they're going to take Leosin up to the top of the mountain near the other tower, and they're going to throw him off But first, Resmi wants to get as much information out of him as possible. He's been tracking him for weeks, but by chance, Resmi... sorry, not Resmi. Essenra snuck into the pack, and Resmi was lucky enough to snatch him up. But nevertheless, you need to save him. Looks over his shoulders. You've got till nightfall. Their plan was to burn Essenra, but I think something's changed. Something's going on. I feel like there's a certain presence in the camp that might have shifted this change. But first, you need to get him out of here. And then he looks over his shoulders and he sees a couple of bandits walk close. Praise to Tiamat's glory. Holds his hand up to you all. And then crouches and then kind of like hunches back to whisper to you. They've been feeding the drakes. There's more dragons in the nursery. That's why this fighting is not worth. There's no way you'll walk out of here alive. I'm already doing too much for you all. But you spared me twice. You brought me back to life, which I'll never forget. Honestly, I won't forget that. It's scary as shit leaving this world, this plane of existence. And then having to return with a drow standing over me and smearing a bloody mustache on her face. Look, I'm going back. This is all I can do for you now. But, like I said before, thank you for giving me a second chance, and maybe this time it might be different. Just maybe. Praise to Matt's glory. And Gregory.
Praise to you, Matt.
Walks back, crossing over to the prisoners on the other side there. Oh yeah, that was one thing I forgot to mention as well. What happened last? That Vane, you had a bloody moustache, like an actual blood smeared moustache.
I forgot about that. That's so unhinged.
It's so good.
Hilarious.
And it is getting close to nightfall. The camp is starting to slow down. There was quite a bit of hustle and bustle. People are moving around, but you can see that the fires are starting from the other tents. Like as the sun is heading towards the, like, it's because there's a hill, because you are actually in the gully as well, so it is a lot darker before it is darker, just by the shadows of the cliffs surrounding you. So there are campfires appearing on either side from all the tents and up the back, and there's a really big fire as well in the far back towards the nursery. And now what do you want to do?
How sus would it be if we just went over and started trying to chat to Vane and Barakai in the middle of his camp?
Well, it's worth
Way
it.
to find out.
Yeah. Like, the camp is getting a bit quieter now. There's less movement, but it's still, you don't know when shift change is because no one's come to grab you and move you. So
I guess we'll just come out the tent and start trying to locate Vane and Barakai. Because technically, we don't know where they are yet, do we?
Now you remember from when Gregory, or when when you first arrived, the other cultists that was dealing with the prisoners and stuff, they were all digging that trench on the other side of the tents where you are, like from here. You remember Gregory pointed them off towards like the northeast, so like down this way. But if you when you went to where you are now, you would have seen them walking off in that direction.
Well, then we're going over there.
Yep, you just all three of you just walk out. Is that what you all want to do?
Yeah.
Yep. So you, Doldos, are you working? I'm gonna assume here.
I'm closing it up.
Yep.
I'm trying to count the pill, and it's saying I'm $44 short, which is impossible. How is $44 short? So I've got to count everything all over again. So
That sucks.
I'm going to. So Doldos is gonna. Doldos is going to.
While you're thinking of what to do,
He's gonna.
can I get you all to
Yeah.
do charisma checks? Just one more time. We'll do one for
17.
I'm scared.
Don't be. What's that? 17, 17, 18, 8. I'm just waiting on Uzan. Did you do a charisma check? Oh,
I don't know where he's gone.
I can just see a pillow.
Oh yeah. Maybe he's just gone for a wee.
Possibly. Well, when he gets back, we'll go through. Vane, is there anything you want to do right now, by the way?
It's not dark yet, hey?
No, it's like you're in the shallows. It's not dark, like it's the sun's still
The
setting.
shadows are starting to get long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has old mate the prisoner like given me any like indication that now is the time to act or do anything?
Have you been keeping an eye on him?
Yeah, I've just been looking back every so often, like not trying to make it sus, but
No, he hasn't given you any sign at all.
oh my god. Well, if it's shadowy, I might see if I can like really calm, cool, collected, casually just like wander up towards that end and just like see if he does anything while I'm walking towards him. Can I take my little guard drake mate with me?
Of course you
Can
can.
I like get him off the chain?
Yeah.
Get off the chain.
Off the chain.
Well, I'm just gonna go as if I'm just like taking him for a bit of a walk, like stretching his legs and all of that sort of stuff. But I'm gonna head on up, and on the way past, I'm gonna like sort of make eye contact with Baraki to be like, you keep a lookout, friend.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just assume Baraki is doing that anyway. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
like wander up.
You've got your little Drake friend there. And as you get closer to him, have you named the Drake?
I was just thinking about that. I would like to name him Arthur.
Yes. Love these names. Speaking of weird names, I was meant to ask what Alan was doing during this. Not Alan, the owl.
I guess we're about to find out.
We are about to find out.
Alan the owl.
I forgot to ask you what Alan was doing. If you had, because he was out when you were at the rearguard encounter. So when you were traveling to the camp with Gregory the Cultist, did you put him back in?
We'll just go with yes.
Yep. Can you do a charisma check as well for me, please?
Shit. Just right.
Yep.
Charisma. Good bullets.
Yeah, cool.
Oh my god.
So Vane has named this guard Drake as Arthur.
Alan and Arthur.
Thank you.
Did Arthur come from anywhere? Or was it just a random name?
I think it would be nice for us to stay on brand with our pets and name them all things that start with A. But Arthur is the name of my childhood dog. In my real life, not Vane. Vane's only pet has been at Intellect Devourer, named Pedro.
These names are so good. And Gregory, Arthur. Anyway, so
Gregory. I don't know where that came from. I think I just love the idea of playing D&D and not using D&D names, using like really stupid accountant names is funny to me. Like Vane's original name was Polly when I first started playing this character, because I just thought it would be really funny at like a very serious table of D&D players to have a really stupidly named character.
I think it's great because it almost does the opposite effect. Like, you know, like people have
she's always a psycho.
But people have like, say if someone has like a fantasy name in real life, it kind of like stands out. But like in D&D world, everyone has fantasy names. But then when you give them like a standard name, it stands out. So meanwhile, the three of you, Doldos, Uzan, and Eleanor, you had made your way out of the tent. You got a few glances from a couple of the kobolds and bandits sitting around the fires, but nothing sprung to your, like, none of the eyes lingered for too long or peered at you. They just saw you walking and not much was said, or no one said anything to you at all. So you made your way up, and I'm gonna move, sorry, not you, Uzan, Doldos, and in this direction. Is that where you're moving to, like around here?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, up that way.
Yep, so you can move there. And as you do, you see Baraki standing there with a guard drake that's out of his reach, but you don't really see. Let me just see something. Yeah, from there you don't see Vane, or you just see like the black kind of chasm that's there. You don't kind of see what's down there, but you know Barakai's there. I assume you went up there, so I'll move Doldos. You went up to Barakai, because he's not there to speak on his behalf. He's not here to speak on his behalf.
Is Josh not coming?
Yeah.
Has anyone heard from him?
I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay. Well, sometimes he gets confused with time differences, though. Hey, so he might come at 8:30.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? I was meaning to send out a message to eliminate that.
Oh, good.
But for the meantime, I guess Barakai would just relay everything that has happened between them, between him and Vane, and then from there you
would do the same.
Yeah. So from when you get closer to Barakai, you can see down that gully down here. You can see Vane's down there with the Drake, and behind the Drake is Essenra. Meanwhile, Vane, what do you approach Essenra on the post? The guard
Does
Drake.
he like look up at me at all?
No. And the guard Drake.
I'm like,
guard Drake's sniffing the air. Arthur is sniffing the air.
okay. Then I'm like, hey, are you awake?
No. You hear like grunts and coughing. Who is it? And he's not looking up at you.
Yeah. We're here to help, but I'm gonna need a bit more of a plan than wait for tonight.
Who are you? I don't know I could trust you.
You don't, but things don't look particularly promising for you right now, so I might be your only chance.
Well, I'm not ready to be rescued. There's still unfinished business I need to attend to.
Oh, okay, well, no worries. We'll just leave you here. Good luck.
No, wait. Where did you come from? Are you from Deep Summit?
Yes.
Are you with Barakai?
Yes.
He lifts his head up and looks at you. And as he tilts his head up and looks at an arrow hits into the ground. The two guards up the top, Arthur kind of gets on his back legs, his hind legs. The arrow just went into the ground, not Arthur.
Okay, I'm just gonna whoa Arthur a little bit and be like, it's alright, friend.
You look up and you see the two guards at the top there, the two bandits. They've got their arrow.
I'm gonna wave at them and be like, that was rude.
I warned you before, they shout out. Why are you pestering?
I'm walking this guard, Drake. Nobody here has got any... I'm going to call the RSPCA, honestly, at this point. It's starting to become a bit of a joke. He's been on this chain all day. He hasn't had his wings or his legs stretched properly. I'm just doing my due diligence, which I'm sorry to say, I have not seen a single other person here on patrol do.
Can you do a deception?
Apart from you, because you're busy worrying about what I'm up to. Yes, I can roll deception.
Yes,
everybody
please.
cross your fingers. Jesus Christ.
you can see he loads another arrow onto his longbow. And
I like quickly start walking away with Arthur. Be like, come on, quick.
It's the last time I'm gonna warn you. Walk her close to the nursery, not down here near the prisoner.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe some directions. Where's the nursery?
Another arrow hits on the ground. Stop asking questions and move on.
Okay, come on, Arthur. And now I'm gonna go out and see if I can find the nursery. And I'm gonna play it real cool, but I am shitting my pants.
And Arthur, like, you know how sometimes when you start running and dogs start running with you, but they like start getting happy and excited because they don't know what's going on?
Yeah.
That's what Arthur's doing.
Yeah, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Arthur just sees you start running and it's like, starts running.
I'm going to do a bit of like chat at the same time where I'm talking to Arthur, but I'm making sure that other people can hear me, being like, well, they want us to go and take a walk around the nursery, so I guess that's what we'll do. And like start looking around, like trying to see if I can see where I'm meant to be going.
And you also see Doldos, Uzan, and Eleanor standing there talking to Baraki as well.
Okay.
So do you walk?
It's gonna be too sus if I'm like, hey, do you guys want to come with me?
What's up to you?
Can one of you accompany me to the nursery? Because we'll need to find some appropriate food for these guard drakes, and I won't be able to carry it by myself.
I'll get Alan out and I'll come with you.
Oh my god, pet walk.
And Eleanor, what do you do? Are you wait? So what are you doing with Alan? Are you going to make? Yeah.
I'll just let him come out and he can fly around and meet Arthur.
Okay.
Oh my god, I hope they get along.
Yeah, can you both do an animal handling just to see if the two animals get along?
This is not good, Doug. That was almost an 18.
Arthur likes Alan, but Alan doesn't like Arthur.
When you get Alan out, what do you do?
I can't remember where I put. Where am I storing him again?
When you
It was
saw
just in
him,
my pocket, wasn't it?
yeah, because he's just like, or was it in a bottle? For some reason I thought he was in a bottle, but like a genie,
No,
a lantern.
I think because we were going to try and do it like a Pokeball to start off with.
Oh, that's
I'll
right.
put him in the pocket. So
Oh, can we
gotta
go
find
back
something
to
to put him in?
Can we go back to that idea, the Pokeball?
If we can find something to use as a Pokeball, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Find a little jar somewhere.
And can you like turn your hat backwards? Well, you don't have a hat, but pretend you turn your hat backwards. I choose you, Alan. So Aaron, as Alan appears, are you? Look, I'm getting the reason why I'm asking. I'm getting the fine details is because as Alan appears. Vane, you were running with Arthur down past the tent there, and you've kind of like shouted that at them, and moving, like not moving toward him, moving away from him. But as and as you've done that, Arthur's.
Sorry, cut out.
That's right. Arthur has got the scent of Alan. And just dug its back legs in to a complete stop and gone to start moving towards Uzan and Alan, and actually goes to jump and takes a bite at Alan. Alan starts squawking, flapping wings, getting further away, and Arthur starts dragging you, Vane, toward. Oh my goodness, these double A's are killing me.
Sorry.
Yeah, Arthur is dragging you, Vane, toward Alan and Uzan.
And Vane's like, don't worry, he's friendly. And then the snap happens and she's like, maybe not. And then he's like, come on, Arthur, we're going for a walk. You need to be on your best behavior or you're going back onto the post.
And you just like tug at the chain?
Yeah. Yup. I imagine that it's like like a 5-year-old tugging on the chain of a Great Dane, but
well, with enough force, Arthur reins back and you hear it kind of like pull out its neck, and it starts coming back towards you.
good boy. Let's go.
Alright, so now Uzan is following at a safe distance, I'm assuming. So, Doldos, while you were reconnecting and connecting, what had just happened was that Uzan, yourself, and Eleanor had made their way over to where Barakai and Vane were, but Vane had just been coming back as you had arrived there with her now pet Arthur, the guard drake. And there was just like a bit of an incident there where Arthur tried to snap at Alan. And Vane...
Whole incident.
Vane shouted, heading to the nursery?
Yeah.
And Uzan is following with Alan. So you're there...
Under the guise of finding some food.
Yeah, yeah. So, Doldos, you are now with Eleanor and Barakai. Kind of just standing there at a safe distance from the guard drake there, the other one that snapped at Barakai. So,
what to do? What to do? Eleanor.
So you see them with their pets kind of making their way down in that way. Barakai tried to pat that guard drake, and it snapped at him. And yeah, now Vane's kind of shouted at you saying they're going to go to the nursery to try to find some food for Arthur.
Gotcha.
And then Uzan's also taking Alan as well.
let's go to the and see if we can find anything.
Go to the where, sorry?
The armory or the weapons cache to see if there's anything cool there that we could use to either upgrade and or get something new and cool.
So you just came from the tanning tent where they were making like the leather hides and stuff. So meanwhile, while they go try to find some food for Arthur, you're gonna go like back into you're gonna go elsewhere. Do you have any idea where you want to
go? I don't know.
Can you do an investigation check then?
Sure.
To see if you can see if there's any tents there that have any weapons or anything.
Nice. Dirty 20.
Nice. So, from where you are, your vantage point. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Okay. So, you can see down this way here. Your map should send you down there. So it's like almost directly south of you. Through the tents and that, but you, from here, because it's going into nighttime, you can see like the larger flame, and that's where kind of you can hear kind of ding, ding, hitting, and the flames kind of few ambers flying into up against the cliffs, like the dark sides of the cliff. They're just beyond it.
I'll also head towards the weapons cache, I suppose.
Yep, Eleanor.
Will you join me?
Yeah, I'll come to the armory.
Yeah, cool.
Total.
And Vane and Uzan, can you move to where you're going to go? Where?
Oh, I'm lost. Oh, here I am. Okay. I don't know if I can't remember if we actually know where that nursery is. So, I reckon we sort of like walk between these tents, kind of like in. I don't know how to show you what I do. Is it draw? No.
Well, what do you think Barakai would be doing?
I feel like he would be staying as close to Essen. Is it Essenrab?
Yeah, Essenrab. Yeah.
As he could to make sure that they don't like steal him. Is that what we all think?
There's a pretty good chance he'd be waiting there, yeah.
So it is getting dark. And...
Oh my god, I've got a plan.
You got a plan?
I think so. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say
You
this.
said you had a plane for a second.
No, I don't. That would be so handy though, wouldn't it, to get out of here? I guess Uzan's kind of like a plane.
Yes. Yes.
I would lean close in and be like, we need to find this nursery and use it to make like a colossal distraction.
I mean, we're good at that.
I think we should like set some shit on fire and like maybe if there's babies down here, set them loose, and then while everybody's like trying to corral them, we can go and get old mate and get out of here.
And if anyone's going to be able to get out of there like quick smart, it'd be us.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Let's do it.
Do you know where the nursery is?
This way.
Okay.
So
your plans are just to be sure to create a colossal distraction.
Yeah.
So you can get Esenra out.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So what kind of, like, just out of curiosity, what kind of distraction?
Well, I'm imagining fire, but I don't know what we've got to make fire. Like letting things loose and setting things on fire, I reckon.
Well, no, we can do fire. That's not an issue.
Is that a vote for that?
You can breathe fire.
Right.
Like, we have options. It's what sort of drakes are in there. If we do fire, do we know that's what's going to set them off though? So we're going to have to check that out first.
Yeah, fire equals chaos. Like, if we can set stuff on fire.
It's fire, and then I'm thinking if I use mold earth to shake the ground in there as well.
Amazing.
Whatever's in there will just come.
So would have you told Barakai this plan before moving?
I feel like Vane and Uzan came up with this as they approached the nursery, and no one else has any idea.
Yep.
I wish we had told other people what we were up to.
Okay, so while you were walking through, like you had
with telepathy. I don't think that I can yet. Hey.
So what was that?
Oh, I was just trying to. No, I can't. Don't worry. It must have been a different thing to select.
Okay. So while you're making your way through past a big tent, you noticed Uzan and Doldos and Eleanor have made their way to the tents down the bottom there, and the drakes that are at the front of this tent here sneered and growled at Arthur as you walked past them, but you couldn't see anything that was inside that tent. You didn't stop to look, you kind of just rushed past, because that's like the biggest tent, right? So you've noticed like an evolution of what the tents are made out of throughout this camp. So down the bottom, like when you first entered, there were like tents with bones, and they were like kind of rugged tents that look like if a huge storm went through, they'll just be blown over. But as you've moved through here, the tents are more stable. They're filled with artifacts, and artifacts you don't really recognize or anything. You just know that there's a lot more stability and craftsmanship in these tents as you pass through them. And then also you hear the ding, ding, and the from the tents where Doldos and Eleanor had gone. You get to the entrance of the nursery. Arthur's nose starts like flaring open. You can see his eyes start dilating into like they were kind of like you could see the pupil and the like the I guess the whites around the ibis. Is the ibis? Is that right?
Iris.
Ibis.
Ibis is a tip turkey.
It is. But as you've gotten closer, they've just filled with black. And he's starting to pull you into it.
Like he's not like he's scared, like he wants to go in there.
Wants to go in there.
Okay.
And so you both enter?
I'm gonna say to Uzan, should we have checked out that tent we just walked past?
Probably.
We want to quickly do that
We'll backtrack
now. Yeah. And there's nobody at the back, so like I'm wondering if we can just sort of like sneak around there and just like see if we can hear anything, get a vibe.
Do you both want to do a stealth check?
Put it that way.
Yes, we do both want to do that.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's still amazingly good for a 4.
I don't reckon I've rolled anything higher than a 10 all night.
So you sneak up. Can you actually do another one for... Just do a custom D20 for Arthur, please. Because you're holding him, right?
Yeah. I'd be sneaky. He is.
Oh, he's so sneaky.
He's so sneaky. I knew I liked him.
Look, your rolls are good for...
Just not for me.
everyone else except for you. So you get up nice and close, both of you. And from in there, you can hear... You hear a voice that you instantly recognize. Vezok's voice is in there, and you can hear a lady's voice as well. A dragon born accent voice, and then you can also hear like a almost, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to say husky because I feel like husky is like a sexual tone, where it's definitely not. It's like almost like Voldemort's voice, that kind of like an airy voice. These 4 different types of voices are discussing in there. You hear like a thud, and you hear Vezok, because you know Vezok's voice, and you hear, "We didn't return with it. Now what are we going to do, Resmir?" You hear like the Dragonborn's accent. It's only time. It's all we need. All we need is time. And then Tiamat will be upon this world. So, we'll move north. We'll move north where we can find. And then you hear like another bang on the table. All we need is the heart of Deep Summit. And that's what's truly going to bring Tiamat to this plane of existence. I know it. It's the only valuable gem that's worthy of Tiamat to enter this plane. And then you hear like the airy voice. And then, before that you hear like a thud. And... Silence! You fish scale fool! How dare you backchat? How dare you question? And then the guard drake, actually the one at the front of the yellow one here, starts moving around here. Oh,
Off we go.
I need to do that. The yellow one here catches a scent and starts moving, and you can see the guard that's holding the chain as well, with the post that's behind it, starts moving towards the nursery here. The guard.
I grab Vane and do a minor illusion so it just looks like we're a rock.
Yep.
So never hit it.
Straight away, so the guard drake sniffs around. The veteran, not the veteran, the guard pulls back on the chain. Blast you, stupid! You stupid animal! Yeah! And like goes to pull it back and like makes a bit of a cry, and he pulls it back, and he pulls out his whip on the side. It makes another little cry, and then he pulls it toward the front again.
Vane says to Arthur, I would never do that to you.
Arthur looks at you with gentle eyes.
Ethan has a baby.
Hello, little friend.
Yes, you do. Hello. Probably can't hear you because of the headphones.
This is Elena.
It's
Hello.
It's who?
Elena.
Ah, hey, Lena.
Anyways.
Hello.
That's how she waves. Oh, careful.
It's pretty common for kids to wave like that at first. And it's like, yeah, it's so cute, I reckon. Alright, so you're standing behind like a minor illusion, like I almost picture like a big wall to reflect everything that's around you. Like a cylinder mirror that's wrapped around both of you, or three of you, sorry, that reflects everything around, so it just looks like nothing's there. Awesome.
That's a cool trick.
It's a handy one.
You're up late.
Yeah, she's been teething and she's got a bit of a cold, so
That sucks.
he's Uncle Ethan's friends. Here you go. I don't play anything on it, but
Hold it. And meanwhile, Doldos and Eleanor have entered this down here. So the air is filled with something you're quite accustomed to. Actually, in real life, Eleanor. The which you probably have describe it better than me, but I'll give it a go. Is it's like hot iron with like wafts of hot air, and that's what I would imagine like a forge would be like, you know, like, and with each ting hitting with a hammer onto the anvil kind of like sends like a bit of a, because the echoes around in this gully, it's sound that everyone's kind of used to, but both of you are attracted to it. So yeah, you walk in and you see these shark folk mending to these anvils, sharpening, sticking in the hot coals, ding, hitting the weapons. What do you want to do? Well, there he goes. Just as, but Eleanor, what do you want to do? Walking up and seeing this.
Can I have a walkthrough and see what they're doing, what weapons they're making, and armor?
Yep, you just want to walk. You just want to walk around and
Yeah, just kind of walk around and have a look at what they're doing.
inspect. Can you do a charisma check, please?
Both of us?
Yes, please. Sorry, Ethan.
Sure thing, boss. Yes, means. Oh. That's...
Just out of curiosity, has anyone picked up why I keep asking you to do charisma checks?
To blend in with them.
Yeah.
You're being...
So what was that?
Because we're being watched.
No, it's not because you're being watched.
Oh.
It is. Sorry, what did you say, Eleanor?
To blend in with them, because we're disguised as cultists.
Yeah, because you're all wearing the robes, right?
Oh, that's right. We're still wearing the capes.
Yeah, the cape. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I did forget to mention that as well. But yeah, you're all wearing the capes. So, okay, Doldos.
Yes.
Did she just say Doldos?
No, she's saying dad.
No, we'll go with Doldos. She was saying
It does
Doldos.
say Doldos.
It sounded like it. It was pretty cute.
Oh. Tired.
Oh.
Yes, with my nat 1, I fail.
Ah, yes. So, you will, as you walk in, both of you walk in. They all throw, not throw, but they all stop what they're doing. They both, wait, where are you? So I'm just going to zoom in. Eleanor started walking in. Are you going to walk in as well?
Yeah, I suppose so. I was the one that suggested to go in anyway.
Yep. So my computer's zoomed in so far just then. Alright. So as you've walked in, it's Bandit. And so these two, like the Bandit there and the Shark Folk, they've all kind of put down their weapons that they were working on and stood up, pulled out their daggers, looked at you, looked at Eleanor. Ugh. Who are you? Where'd you come from? This is just to you, Doldos. They look.
I'm new. I've come to see if you got any cool ass weapons. He puts on a voice.
Yeah. You're new. What do you think gives you the very thought to come up this far to be upon us? Look, I expect a Dragonborn to come up here because there's others. But you, a goat fella. If you're new, why aren't you down there watching the prisoner or making leather straps down there?
I did that job. That job's done. I'm now here to get some cool ass weapons.
Can you do a deception? Oh,
Sure.
yeah, good deception.
Are you whistling? No, those are my glasses. Can't have my glasses. Oh, fuck me, that's 20. Almost a nat 20.
Oh, it's gone two. Yeah, it's 10%. So 10% rule. The bandit's like, you look familiar. Tell me where you're from. Rushes up. Gets real close to you. Holding the daggers, and the shark folks actually come, and this bandit's come. All three of them kind of circled around you. I think I remember who this person is. Don't you? I was about to say Steve, but I feel like that's such a vain name.
Oh, that's good. I like that one.
Steve.
I like Steve as well.
Looks a bit familiar, don't you think, Steve?
I'm gonna try intimidate them, saying what Stacey looks like now. Do they?
Yeah, try to.
Yeah, play the race card. That's good.
Yeah.
So, rolling intimidation. Finally, something higher than. That's a 13.
Yeah, so the one that spoke to Steve kind of relaxes his shoulders a bit and lowers his weapon a bit. I don't really see too many goat fellas hanging around. But, it's just something we just naturally question. Walking up, and especially if you're new in the site,
I imagine that they've just had HR come through the camp and be like, you can't just lump everybody in together, guys. We all need to get along. And they've just remembered that. That's it. Yeah.
The bandit actually that just came over is holding a clipboard with a high vis shirt.
That's not the workplace culture that we're aiming for here, okay?
Like a little hard hat on as well.
But it's
like, yeah, man, we're all here to get along.
Little badge.
All I want is a war scythe. Is that too much to ask?
But as you look closely, it's not like a high vis. It's just like painted yellow, like singlet, and it's a kobold skull on top of the head, and the clipboard is like a bar from a tree, and you can see Harry the HR rep has come over. And look, we can't be judging people that have been coming into the camp. We need the numbers, and just because this may I ask what is your name? And like gestures to you, Doldos.
I'll give him a fake name. My name is Chad.
Look, we can't question every Chad that comes through here. So, and Steve's like, and Steve, yeah. Look, man, like I know we're all going through some stuff. You know, everyone's starting to get a bit itchy feet. We've been here for a few weeks now, come and go and bringing as little loot as possible. You know, everyone's quite stressed. It's okay sometimes. And puts his hand on the one that first intimidated you. Look, Fred, I know we all go through times. And the shark folk on the other side is like, Fred, that doesn't mean we take it out on one of us, okay?
Oh my god, their names are Harry, Fred, and Steve.
The shark folk puts his hand on Fred as well and says, yeah, Fred. Chad friend. And Fred looks at you. Chad, I'm sorry. I don't know what overcame me. Okay, look, I know you coming here with the best intentions. And you see Harry, the up back looking at his like clipboard, and he's got like a twig, right? And he's just like making like tick motions onto the bark, and turns around. That's what I like to see. Everyone getting along. This is what we strive for. You know, praise Tiamat's glory, but in a safe and reasonable manner. And holds his hand up. And the Fred, Harry, and the shark folk, yet to be named. Praise Tiamat's glory.
Gaza.
And we're sorry, Chad.
Gaza.
And we're sorry, Chad. So.
No worries. Talking about weapons, do you have a war scythe?
A war scythe? Look, if you asked me a few weeks ago, I would have been able to help you out when we first made the raid from... Give me a second. So you just need to get this. Wait.
I mean, it's okay.
I've got the name somewhere. Sorry. Oh. Well, look, if you asked me a few weeks ago when we first came from Utrell, I would have been able to help you out, but unfortunately, all we got is what you see. These maces, some of these tridents and great axes. The shark folk have been friendly enough to help us try find, like, edge them down and make finer weapons, but unfortunately, war scythe's just out of the question. And he like bows his head and puts his hand.
Yeah,
you go.
If I give you 5 javelins, could you smelt them down and turn them into a war scythe?
Look, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, Chad. I'd be more than happy.
I'll give you 2 gold for it as well.
Look, I'd be more than happy to do that, but I just don't know how much longer we're gonna be here. We're gonna be on the road soon, and you know, maybe in our next camp. How about that? Can I make a promise to you, Chad? And you see, Steve is like smiling and nodding at both of you, like he's loving this interaction, loving the positive energy. And he says, look, how about, I've got a deal. You come find me on our next raid, and we can make it together. How about that? And Harry, the HR stand, just clapping his. I think this deserves a hug. Look how far, look how far we've come. Conflict resolution. Harry.
Yeah, I knew those are in there.
Chad. Oh, sorry, Steve. Sorry, Fred. Fred and Chad. Get in close. Come on, let's see it. And Harry...
Dolores says very internally is begrudgingly like, I don't do hugs. I hate hugs. But on the outside, he's like, yeah, man, like, let's hug it out.
And as you hug, you just hear a round of applause. Like just clapping. Harry wipes a tear from his eye. This is why I love my job. Eleanor, you're standing over there as well. You've just joined in on everyone clapping and this whole resolution, this conflict resolution. And when you saw Harry applauding, wiping tears, it's almost like a team spirit here. But Eleanor, what are you doing while Chad, aka Doldos, is hugging out a bandit?
Can I have a look at all the armor hanging about?
Yeah, let's do it.
Possibly see if I can improve my armor.
You've got pretty epic armor because you've got the shield from the Dragon Skull shield, and you are wearing heavy armor.
Yeah.
I remember, but you can do an investigation.
Thank you.
Yeah, she agrees.
Cool. So are you? Yeah. So you start comparing the armor and the weapons. This because you came from the armory, like the leather armor place. So from around you, there is just like hammers. There's a few short swords. There's a couple of great axes. But they all look very unprofessional. They don't have like perfect polished finishes to them. They are quite rugged. But, you know, they're still weapons and they can still do damage, definitely. But there's nothing notably excellent about the craftsmanship. You can tell that they are just on the road making what they can get from the resources around them.
Yeah.
We're on, like, compared to your mace and your weapons, it's subpar.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll walk back over to Deldos and just kind of tell him there's nothing really interesting.
Yeah, I tried.
Do you call him Chad as well?
I'll just go up and say there's nothing interesting because I don't know that his fake name's Chad because I was distracted looking around for the weapons.
Oh yeah, cool. Yep.
Apple. Ta. Yeah, I tried asking one of them if they could melt down a couple of my javelins to turn into a war scythe, and they said, we don't know how long we're gonna be here. What about the next camp? So I have to wait for my war scythe.
Look, Chad, sometimes patience is a small price to pay. And with that, Fred, Steve, Harry, and the shock folk make their way back into the tent there to go about what they were doing. And now, Uzan and Vane, you are still standing with this illusion around you. What are your plans? From just after listening in and hearing what was happening?
Well, I think we know a little bit more about what they're up to, which is like the whole point of coming here. So I think we should make this distraction and then get all mate and get out of here.
Sounds like a good plan. So, I want to send Alan to go get Eleanor and Doldos.
Yep. Should I put Alan on here? Is Alan here? If not,
I don't know. I can't see him. I don't think he is.
if not, Alan, be free
Be free.
and appear.
Lie.
And appear.
I choose you.
Yes. What did you just
So
eat
I'll
then,
send him.
Vane?
Sorry.
I just looked up. I
I
just
realized
saw.
that was really gross for everybody to watch. Sorry.
I like.
Like
What's
a
it?
real
Soup?
No, it's like a stir fry, but it was just a real like gristly, gross bit of meat.
Yeah.
I see.
I had
Was
stir
not
fry for
improving as I was chewing.
at lunch at work. It was very nice.
Nice. Yep. So you just told Alan to fly over. What path line did he fly? And how high?
Say, maybe 15 feet off the ground in a fairly straight line. Like from us to them.
Yeah. So the cliff walls were about 30 to 45 feet around you. They kind of vary just in the shape of the land. Yeah, and the tens are about. Yeah, look, they're all mending and minding their own business. The two guard drakes and that there. Yeah, cool. And you just, Eleanor and Doldos, you just see Alan fly towards you. And obviously Alan can't telepathically talk to them, only to you. That's right.
Only to me, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's just like flying around them to get their attention.
So both of you have Alan flying around you, flapping. And then I dare say Alan would kind of. Do you think Alan would be trying to, like, I guess, use his wings to make you two apparent? Like, oh, are you still in the like invisible?
No, I would have dropped the illusion.
Yeah.
But I'm sort of hoping that Doldos and Eleanor would recognize him as like, hey, that's Alan, we'll just follow him. And then he'll just fly
Yeah,
back.
I was going to say. Doldos was going to say, look, Al, let's go. Eleanor.
Because he's got his little cape on.
Yeah. He's trying to blend in as well. Oh, that's so cute. Like an owl wearing a cape.
Little mini cultist robes for him.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
As we sort of come to this nursery here.
Apologies for everyone's ears.
No, that's right. I just want to move you over there. And then Vane and Eleanor, you're going to move over there as well. Aren't you? Follow Alan.
Should we tell Barakai and get him to come over as well, or?
I'll do it. I'll run after him.
Or get Alan to go get him?
That works too.
Yep. Sure.
Soon. I'll also say goodbye to Steve. And the others. Bye. goes to
They
Ardent.
they look at you and they almost give you a salute. And then hold praise to your Matt's glory. Chad. And you see Harry.
Dragon Queen's glory.
Harry wipes another tear. Holding the palm up. Okay. So Alan flies back. How far away is this? And how are you going to get Alan to tell Barakai?
More or less the same thing. Just sort of fly over him again, hoping that Barakai recognizes that Alan is Alan, and that we want him to come.
And what line of flight did he go?
Sort of like along the cliff face, I think. You can sort of along the base of that.
Is he trying to stay hidden as he's flying?
Definitely.
Can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Right. 7 plus 3, so that'd be 10.
Oh, yeah, okay, sweet. Just. So we would assume, yes, Barakai would know Alan flapping around. Do you think Barakai would leave the post? Because he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know that you're planning to go make this diversion. And Alan can't tell him.
Alright, so I tied a note to Alan's leg before I sent him to Barakai.
Where'd you get the parchment from? Did you have parchment on you and a pen?
No. I didn't.
Did you still
No, but it's make believe.
Did you steal Harry's clipboard? And his twig?
Well, I want to say yeah, but that's a stealth check. I don't know if I'm going to pass.
Dude, actually, let's take it back. Do you want Alan to steal Harry's clipboard, the HR rep of this campsite? Steal his clipboard?
Do it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this feels dangerous.
Let's do stealth. Let's do stealth.
Another stealth.
Yeah.
9 plus 3, 12.
How would Alan steal this?
And just on a flyby.
Channeling his inner eagle.
Can you do another custom roll for him? But it's going to be for a sleight of hand for him, which would be sleight of claw.
Sleight of claw.
Flight of talon.
Sleight of talon.
Not very slight.
He's not very slight at all.
It's just a talon.
Alan.
Okay, so yeah, Alan swoops in. Harry is actually just minding his own business. Like, he's actually sitting down with it almost looks from a meta viewpoint. It looks like an esky, but it's actually like almost like a little crate box, and inside of it's like these little packed lunches, and he's sitting there. eating his lunch, or sorry, his dinner, eating his dinner quietly, almost like a little rodent, eating his food with his kobold skull helmet on and painted high-vis shirt on, high-vis ragged clothes. Alan goes to swoop down at him. His clipboard's resting on the crate next to him as he's eating his rations. As Alan swooped in, knocks the board over with his claws and lands onto the ground. And by the time Harry finishes the mouthful, looks down, looks around, and because it is getting quite dark now, does not see Alan swoop off. Yeah. And Harry mends back to his food.
That worked out then.
No, he didn't get it. He knocked it over on the ground.
Well, no suspicion aroused.
No, just Harry savoring.
Just Harry.
Just Harry savoring his dinner. So now,
Vane's gonna ask Eleanor and Doldos like what they have found out and what the vibe of the camp has been like.
Very positive when Harry's around.
Okay. Harry's good, but other than that, because like I met a really aggressive guard who like shot an arrow at me, and I would say I was unprovoked. Should I report that to Harry?
Until you report it to Harry. It sounds like a no HMS issue.
I'm just wondering if like part of this diversion, and I like briefly explain we plan on like creating a diversion or like some sort of big distraction. I wonder if part of it could actually be like a cultural revolution, a little bit like if there's any
What is revolution?
Camp, we need to use it to leverage them fighting each other rather than fighting us. Know what I mean?
Find
Just
who
sort of anyone has heard
actually
anything
on his
interesting.
team. Who doesn't? That'll start a pretty big revolution.
Yep.
You got a complaint to file to Harry.
Just put it in a little suggestions.
Yeah, well,
box.
obviously I'll be reporting that asshole that shot the arrow at me, but yeah, I just think it'd be really good for us if they were fighting each other and like trying to deal with whatever chaos we unleash here while we're just like walking away from the camp. That'd be ideal.
Also, just to be clear, are you just all out in the open, or has Uzan casted a? Have you got your illusion thing back up to keep you protected?
Of course I do.
I was going to say, it seems so risky for us to just be all hanging out here waiting.
Yeah. Yeah.
In front of the cave, nursery.
Yeah. Just hearing the leaders talking in the tent, the big tent just there.
Oh, and I'll also relay to Doldos and Elena what we heard in the tent.
Yeah. Cool. So you tell them about shifting this distraction from creating fireworks in the cave to potentially starting a workers' revolution. Workers
When you say it, it sounds silly.
I think it sums up Dungeons and Dragons, what not to expect.
Yeah, it does. Like, yes, it is perfectly summarized. But yeah, now I see the error of my ways. I just think perhaps, you know, someone will come to investigate what's going on here, and like maybe we could say like they've done something, or like, you know, some people are revolting because they heard that we're never moving camps and the leaders don't know what they're doing. We're just stuck here, and people have had enough of it and they're up in arms.
Are you actually just telling the others your ideas right now, or are you actually going to go do this?
I think yes. I think she is just saying that. Being like, any other ideas? Like, there is a lot of people here that we're going to have to fight if it's just us versus them.
Makes everyone hate
Get them to
everyone
fight
else.
each other.
I like that idea.
We know they've got all those prisoners over there that'd fight back, and we know that there's some guards that aren't happy.
And they were all the weapons and armor up. Give the prisoners weapons and armor.
We've got to free the prisoners then.
Let's do that. That sounds like a good part of the plan. And then we can just like spread the word around at the same time that the people have done this because they're so unhappy.
I love this. I love it.
There's like 100 other people on this map. We got to do something other than just fight out.
Look, fighting can only get you so far, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just to be clear, from here, Uzan, you mentioned freeing the prisoners. Was that right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm writing this down because I'm just being conscious of time. Because I love.
Also, I'll forget between now and next week.
And I love this plan. Okay, so you're going to revolt. Your plan. You need to come up with a plan. Plan title. What? Free the prisoners?
Yeah.
Revolution at the bandit camp.
Let's just be honest. Josh is going to come back a completely gobsmacked at how this turned into.
Like, go for one session and we plan a revolution.
Yep.
And I may or may not be in attendance next Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, next Sunday I won't be because I've got I was saying before about the team challenge. So it's going to be the weekend
cool.
after.
Okay. Yep, great.
Yep, I was going to say that as
We'll
well.
probably be camping.
Yeah, it's the long week. It's the long weekend as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Wait. Let's get to this plan first.
Double time.
Okay, so the plan is, I think two of us, once Baraki gets here, two of us should go and find some prisoners and release them and give them weapons, and the rest of us should go inside and start this diversion, make like an earthquake happen, release all of the whatever's inside this cave and like let them out their pen. And then as we're running away, we should say that other people started it. Because
yeah,
they're so unhappy.
More tweak. I think two of us go in and stir up all the crap in the nursery.
Yeah.
I think someone else needs to go back to the tanning tent and get those guards to fight as well, because they're the
And
ones
they
that are pissed.
can be the ones that are spreading the word. Yes, great, okay.
So there's 5 of you, right? Remember, Baraki doesn't know any of this. He's standing, watching S and Ra.
Well, that works out kind of perfectly because he is going to have to grab him to leave anyway. Surely when he sees the ensuing chaos / us running towards him, he'll be like, yeah, okay, cool, it's time. We're on.
So we should write down the plan on a parchment or a piece of bark, attach it
We
to
couldn't
Owen
steal
in the
any,
barrack
remember?
so he knows.
You couldn't steal any
But
from the
we can.
HR, Harry.
But we can go back, talk to the guards and prisoners, let them know what we're gonna do, then meet back here, and then do
Can't
it.
you mold earth like a little tablet, like a stone tablet with all the details on it?
I mean, if I remembered I could do that, yeah.
So, first step to execute this revolution. Mold plan onto tablet and send with Alan to Baraki.
Yes.
Yeah.
That could be so risky because what if we do that and Alan gets caught on the way? Then our plan is literally written down. Or we just
Plan. What is it? Shoot for them.
We're just throwing caution to the wind here. Fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
Shoot
if
for the
we
moon.
all die, we'll go down swinging.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Shoot for the moon and hit a star or something. What's?
I like that saying.
It's aim for the moon because even if you miss, you're still amongst the stars, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah, except
think
all of
so.
our D&D characters will be dead. Thanks. That doesn't feel very celestial to me, but quite attached to Vane.
If Doldos dies, I can make another character.
All right, so we're gonna write down this plan. We're gonna send that to Barakai. We're gonna. 2 people are going inside the cave to make the chaos.
Yeah.
2 people are going to those guards at the tanning tent to start the rumors of revolution.
So
And
two to the guards. Tanning.
Yeah, I think. Did you guys tell us about HR Harry?
Yeah.
I wonder if it is actually worth going to HR Harry to tell him about that mean guard, because it might mean that there are less guards looking down on Essenra when we go to get him. Because HR Harry will pull it for chat.
Chad could go to HR Harry and I could go to the kobold guards of the tanning tent because they weren't really acknowledgeable of other races.
Perfect. What do we think about that?
So you got 2 complaints to HR Harry about inclusion and
H&S.
and bullying.
You're a socially conscious band of rebels, okay?
Doldos will talk to HR Harry because we have history, you know.
Workplace bullying.
Well, it is, and it's taken seriously here. Did you envisage this happening for this evening session?
I think it's gonna lose my shit because it's so good. Oh, it's so good. So I've got the plan written out.
Okay,
Even
great.
she agrees.
We got to do something bonkers, or we're not going to make it out.
So are you still sending anyone into the nursery?
Yeah, we still got to start that diversion because that's part of the lie.
So far you've got 2 people to release, to find prisoners and release them, give them weapons. 2 to send to the tanning tent guards and start planting seeds into their false, I guess. No, sorry, no, they're them questioning their presence here at the camp, and then
we have to come back to start to go into the cave.
Well, you're already at the cave, so you're gonna start here at the cave now.
Yeah, we're gonna backtrack and go talk to all our people and sort that out, and then come back to the cave when we know what's going on.
Is that too risky to leave it any longer, and we've got to go into the cave and start it, and then during the chaos is when we round up the prisoners and give them the weapons? I just feel like if we go and try and get our ducks in a row, we're leaving ourselves open to get caught with what we're doing. Whereas like we're here now, ready to go, we should execute the plan and then just like hope that it works as we're doing it.
Can you roll an intelligence check for me, Seth?
Agreed. I agree with Gretchen.
Can you all roll an intelligence?
Yep. Oops. Where is that? How do I do that?
It's at the top, just like with the charisma.
Only +1.
Okay.
Yep.
Are you all rolling?
Yep, all rolling. Yep.
Almost in that time.
Bunch of idiots.
Oh my god.
My intelligence is 14.
So I'm
intelligence.
saying this plan and everybody's just standing there like, duh.
There's a drill coming out.
Vane, while you're thinking of all these pieces to execute this plan, you also remember that night is also falling. It's getting close to being dark, and you remember that Esenra said wait till night time. So you don't know what's going to happen, but you know that something is going to happen.
Okay.
Involving him at night.
Oh my god.
No, she would know, because we told her what the guard told us about they were going to kill him at night time.
Oh yeah, when you got over there. Yep, so you remember that. So you remember that they were going to kill him.
So...
But you also know, you, like, because obviously, like, you remember that Esenra said wait till night time, and then Uzan, Doldos, and Eleanor have told you that they're going to kill him at night. So, you've got, like, two conflicting memories of...
I think I'm going to say to the group, we need to wait until we see the sun just disappear over the horizon, and then we, like, that's go time.
For the first step of the revolution, which is tablet to Barakai.
Tablet to Barakai, and then into the cave / run to HR and the guards.
Well then, yeah, that.
Oh my god. Hopefully we're all rolling top tier when this plan happens.
If you all pull this off, this is so epic. I love it. Alright, cool.
Imagine that if we get out without ever having to roll for initiative.
Well, you don't want to. Like, if you look at all the...
No.
You don't want to. And I don't want to have to roll. I don't want to have to roll initiative for all of them.
Even she agrees. Like, she doesn't want to fight. Isn't that right, Elena?
No.
We got to divide and conquer.
Yep. Cool.
You go see HR.
Go see HR. This is a reminder.
What a blessing that character has become.
This is a reminder for workplace bullying. We do not accept that it's okay, and we stand for.
We do not fire arrows at our colleagues, okay?
We're in D&D. So all I think of with this, when you guys making this plan, is that meme, and it's like, make the plan, execute the plan, throw the plan away. Have you seen that meme?
No, that's not instilling hope in us.
Nah, that's cool. I love it.
It is what it is.
Nah, it'll work out. Have faith. Team Matt's glory. Epic. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Got the plan for the next session, which won't be next week. It will be the
Week after.
Which will be the 15th. No, 16th. Sorry, 16th. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Yeah.
something like that.
Something like that. Alright, well, yeah, thanks everyone. Hope you enjoyed tonight's session. And I'm excited to
Yes, we
see
did.
what's gonna happen next session.
I'm
You say
scared.
bye? You say bye?
Bye,
Bye-bye.
friends.
Alright, see you later. Thanks everyone. Have a good long
Bye,
weekend
friends.
and a good week.
You too. See ya.
Alright, see ya.
See you, Dougie.
Bye.
See everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Alright, well, thanks for jumping on and watching. I hope you enjoyed tonight's session, and I think from what the players are planning, I think this is going to be one of those epic tales that to remember from this campaign. So please make sure you are subscribed and following Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes to see how this unfolds and what actually happens in the Raiders camp next session. Won't be on next weekend, next Sunday, because it is the King's birthday on the Monday, so we have a long weekend, so we won't be able to make it, but we will be back the following on the 16th. So thank you, enjoy this episode, rewatch it, and get ready for the next session of Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes.